The Roman Empire stands as a testament to the heights human ambition and organization can reach. At its zenith, Rome's dominion stretched across vast swaths of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. This mighty empire, with its legions of disciplined soldiers, complex legal systems, and impressive infrastructure, seemed destined for eternity. From the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean to the rugged hills of Britannia, the Roman way of life, with its emphasis on law, order, and prosperity, held sway. The Roman Empire was more than just military might. It was a beacon of civilization and culture. However, even amidst this grandeur, the seeds of decline were being sown. The mighty eagle, once soaring high in the sky, began its slow and agonizing descent. The Roman Empire, despite its outward appearance of strength and unity, was plagued by internal problems that gnawed at its core. The empire's vast size, once a symbol of its power, became increasingly difficult to manage. Communication and transportation between the provinces and the central authority in Rome were slow and often unreliable. Political corruption, a cancer that had always lurked within the Roman system, became rampant. Emperors, often more concerned with consolidating their power and indulging in lavish lifestyles, neglected the needs of the people and the empire. The Praetorian Guard, originally tasked with protecting the emperor, became increasingly influential, often manipulating and even assassinating emperors to serve their own interests. Economic woes further exacerbated the empire's internal problems. The once proud Roman citizenry, burdened by taxes and disillusioned by the corruption and inefficiency of the government, grew increasingly apathetic towards the fate of the empire. As internal strife weakened the Roman Empire from within, external pressures from beyond its borders mounted. To the north and east, beyond the Rhine and Danube rivers, lay a vast and restless world inhabited by various Germanic and Gothic tribes. These barbarian tribes, as the Romans called them, were often driven by a desire for better lands, resources, and a chance to share in the wealth and prosperity of the Roman world. For centuries, the Roman legions had successfully repelled barbarian incursions, maintaining the empire's borders through a combination of military might and diplomacy. However, as the empire weakened from within, its defenses became increasingly porous, and the barbarian threat grew more formidable. The Huns, a nomadic warrior people from Central Asia, added another layer of complexity to the situation. Feared for their equestrian skills and ruthlessness, the Huns' westward expansion pushed other Germanic tribes like the Goths towards the Roman borders, seeking refuge and opportunity. The barbarians, once considered a distant threat, were now a presence within the empire itself, further contributing to its instability and eventual downfall. In the face of mounting internal and external pressures, the Roman Empire underwent a series of drastic changes in an attempt to ensure its survival. One of the most significant of these changes was the division of the empire into two halves, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. This division, intended to streamline administration and strengthen defenses, ultimately proved to be a critical turning point in Rome's history, hastening the decline of the West. In 285 AD, Emperor Diocletian, recognizing the immense challenges of governing such a vast and unwieldy empire, implemented a system known as the Tetrarchy. This system divided the empire into 4 administrative zones, each ruled by a co-emperor. Following a period of civil war, Emperor Constantine I emerged as the sole ruler of the Roman Empire. In 330 AD, he established a new capital in the east, at the ancient city of Byzantium, which he renamed Constantinople. Constantinople's rise as a center of power and influence marked a shift in the empire's center of gravity eastward. The Western Roman Empire, beset by economic woes, political instability, and relentless barbarian pressure, entered a period of rapid decline. The year 410 AD marked a turning point in the history of the Roman Empire. For the first time in nearly 8 centuries, the city of Rome, the heart of the empire and a symbol of its power, fell to a foreign enemy. The Visigoths, a Germanic tribe that had been granted refuge within the empire's borders, rose up in revolt under their leader, Alaric. The Visigothic sack of Rome was a culmination of decades of growing instability, weak leadership, and relentless barbarian pressure on the empire's frontiers. On August 24, 410 AD, the Visigoths breached the walls of Rome. For 3 days, the city, once considered impregnable, was at the mercy of Alaric's forces. The sack of Rome was not just a military defeat, it was a symbolic blow to the very heart of the Roman world. It marked a turning point in the decline of the Western Roman Empire, highlighting the extent to which internal decay and external pressures had weakened its foundations. The year 476 AD marks a pivotal moment in history, often considered the traditional date for the fall of the Western Roman Empire. It was in this year that the last Roman emperor in the West, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by Odoacer, a Germanic general in Roman service. This event, while significant, was more of a symbolic final act in a long and drawn-out process of decline, rather than a sudden and cataclysmic collapse. Romulus Augustulus, a young boy placed on the throne by his father, the general Orestes, was a ruler in name only. Odoacer, seeking to improve his own position and recognizing the futility of maintaining the facade of Roman rule, deposed Romulus Augustulus and declared himself king of Italy. The Western Roman Empire by this point had already been fragmented into a patchwork of Germanic kingdoms. While the Western Roman Empire breathed its last, its eastern counterpart, centered in Constantinople, continued to thrive. With the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Europe entered a new era known as the Middle Ages. This period, spanning roughly from the 5th to the 15th centuries, was a time of significant transformation, characterized by the emergence of new political, social, economic, and cultural structures. The collapse of centralized Roman authority in the West led to the emergence of various Germanic kingdoms. These kingdoms, while lacking the sophistication and organization of the Roman Empire, brought with them their own traditions, laws, and languages. The fusion of Roman and Germanic cultures laid the foundation for the development of distinct European identities. Amidst this turmoil, the Catholic Church emerged as a unifying force, providing spiritual guidance, preserving learning, and offering a sense of continuity with the Roman past. The decline of urban centers and the breakdown of trade networks led to a more rural and agrarian society. The feudal system, a hierarchical social structure based on land ownership and loyalty, emerged as the dominant form of social organization in much of Europe. While the Western Roman Empire crumbled, its eastern counterpart, centered in Constantinople, not only survived, but flourished. The Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, carried on the legacy of Roman law, culture, and administration for another 1,000 years, leaving an indelible mark on the course of history. Constantinople, strategically located at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, became a thriving center of trade, culture, and diplomacy. The Byzantine emperors, inheritors of the Roman imperial tradition, presided over a vast and diverse empire that encompassed parts of southeastern Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The Byzantine Empire distinguished itself from its Western counterpart in several key ways. It retained a centralized government, a strong military, and a vibrant urban culture. Byzantine art and architecture, characterized by its opulent mosaics, soaring domes, and intricate designs, left a lasting legacy on the world. The fall of the Western Roman Empire and the rise of the Middle Ages brought about profound cultural and political transformations that reshaped the map of Europe and laid the foundation for the development of Western civilization. The disappearance of centralized Roman authority led to a fragmentation of power. In the absence of a strong central government, local lords and nobles gained influence, leading to the emergence of feudalism as the dominant social and political system in much of Europe. This decentralized system, while providing a degree of stability, also contributed to frequent warfare and political instability. The rise of Christianity as the dominant religion in Europe had a profound impact on the cultural and intellectual landscape. The Church, with its network of monasteries and cathedrals, became a center of learning and scholarship, preserving classical texts and promoting literacy. The fusion of Roman, Germanic, and Christian traditions gave rise to a new and distinct European identity. The Roman Empire, though long gone, continues to cast a long shadow over the world. Its legacy is evident in countless aspects of modern life, from language and law to art, architecture, and political thought. Roman law, with its emphasis on justice, fairness, and the rule of law, has had a profound and lasting impact on legal systems around the world. The concepts of civil law, due process, and the presumption of innocence all have roots in Roman legal thought. The Romans were also pioneers in engineering and architecture. Their roads, aqueducts, bridges, and public buildings stand as testaments to their ingenuity and skill. Roman architectural styles such as the arch, the dome, and the vault continue to inspire architects to this day. The Roman Empire may be a distant memory, but its legacy continues to shape our world in countless ways. The fall of the Roman Empire was a pivotal event in history, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in the story of Western civilization. It was a complex process, driven by a confluence of internal and external factors that unfolded over centuries. The Roman Empire at its zenith was a testament to human ambition, organization, and ingenuity. Its legions marched across continents, its engineers built roads and aqueducts that spanned vast distances, and its laws and institutions provided order and stability for millions. However, even the mightiest of empires are not immune to the forces of history. The fall of Rome serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most successful civilizations are not invincible. The Roman Empire may be gone, but its legacy, both in its triumphs and its failures, continues to resonate today. From the ruins of Rome emerged a new Europe, one shaped by the fusion of Roman, Germanic, and Christian traditions.